Gamecocks move, kicking away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be... At the 17.
Ready up. Let's go.
Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Fakes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a dream opening drive for this defense, man. You want to create some negative plays, create some energy. They do just that. They create the turnover. They set their offense up. Got even a little bit of a return with it, but that's a dream start for this defense.
They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Hands it off. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Man, this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. LSU right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This time he's got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. That's a good run to give them some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Buys a little extra time. Got his man downfield. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Oh, better look out. It's a seam wide open.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He caught it, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, South Carolina. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. South Carolina 14, LSU 0.
First play of the period, 1st down here.
Razor. Jackrabbit.
They'll move the tight end. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. Got his man. And no, he loses the ball after the huge gain.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of it.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown LSU!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive for the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Here's a snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught, close to the marker, it's Bennett. They'll move the chains, good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Floating away. He turns it loose to the left. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
I I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Bennett. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he'll go. Bows just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback. Throws
to the wideout. Makes the grab. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. And And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down. Fires it down the seam. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Going to the run to start this second half. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that.
He's got it down the right side. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. That's reeled in, it's Bennett. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Might be calling a hot route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He fires a bullet to the right. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watkins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Durham. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. Keeps it on the draw. He stripped it out. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
This offense simply has to pay this off on third and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. Grab behind the line. It's Durham. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
That's the end of the third quarter. South Carolina, 21. LSU, 7.
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth and goal. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
LSU.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He'll throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Harbor. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The throw to the outside is complete. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Quarterback may change this route. He wants to throw it again. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Touchdown, Tigers! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Then perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're sending out the regular kickoff unit, and even with 2 timeouts left, I think they're going to sit there on defense and watch the clock hit 0 if they do this. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that, but you've got to key on him and at least have two people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Making side adjustments here. Gotta have it here on fourth down. Snagged in the middle. It's Harvard. Slips a tackle and he's got room. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Looking downfield on first down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Racing down the left side. He's at the touchdown LSU. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And we knew coming in, these teams were very similar. Both really good football teams, but executing down the stretch might be the difference in the football game. How about that offense? Going down the field, they're an extra point away from tying this up, and we still got more football.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Brown.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. But forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
Here comes the field goal unit. We're getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead. And it's good. He nailed it. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battles.